Brothers and sisters, in the last class we were not able to complete all the water bodies and the mountains and hills of the Bible. So I thought of making a few videos so that you can locate the places. This is not an explanation of any of the places. You can find all the explanations, measurements, everything in the notes. This is just for you to locate each of the water bodies in the Bible. Okay, so listen carefully. If you don't understand it clearly, listen it again and again. Then you will be able to thoroughly understand the locations of the water bodies and the mountains and hills in the Bible. This one is just the water bodies. Okay, I'm making another one for hills and the valleys. Okay, here is the globe, and as we know, the Bible window is somewhere like here. Okay, the southernmost part mentioned in the Bible is Ethiopia or Kush, and India is mentioned in the Bible in the east side, and Spain is mentioned in the Bible. That's the westernmost part, and also here some of the cities in Russia are mentioned in the Bible, Meshach, Tubal and all. So this should be the northernmost part mentioned in the Bible. Okay, so this is like a Bible window. We are going to look at the water bodies in this area. Okay, here on this side we have the Red Sea. Here Red Sea is part of Indian Ocean, and Red Sea starts from here and goes all the way up to here, and as it approaches the Mediterranean Sea, it divides into two wings, like two fingers. Okay, one side is this way and other is here. One is Gulf of Suez and the other is Gulf of Aqaba. Okay, and this is the Sinai Peninsula. Okay, and the children of Israel were here in this Goshen land, and they started from here, crossed the Red Sea and came to Mara, Elim, and at last came to Mount Horeb. And from there they were traveling this way and wandering here around 38 years, and last they came here. Okay, from here to Mount Sinai or Mount Horeb, it was only 2 years. From after that they had to wander for 38 years in this wilderness area. Okay, so this is the Red Sea. Here on this side we have a Persian Gulf, which is not mentioned in the Bible, but this is also important because two of the important rivers in the Bible, Euphrates and Tigris, over here, they both join with the sea here, Persian Sea here. So that's also important, although it's not mentioned in the Bible. Another important sea that we have to see in the Bible is the Mediterranean Sea. See, most of these European countries and the Asian countries in this side, some of them, and the African countries, this Mediterranean Sea is surrounded by all these three continents. So it is very important. A lot of important cultures sprang up here. See, Italy is there, Grecian culture is Roman culture, Eurasian culture, see, Asian culture, African culture, everything is here. So this is very important. This is part of the Atlantic Ocean. Always remember, Red Sea is part of Indian Ocean, and Mediterranean Sea is part of Atlantic Ocean. And see, this Mediterranean Sea is this area. This is still further divided into many smaller areas and given separate names. Only one of those names is written in our Bible, that is the Adriatic Sea. That is in the 27th chapter of Acts, which is said in relation to the shipwreck of Paul. Okay, and we have some of these important islands here. We will come back when we study about the islands. And another name is the Aegean Sea, which is not written in the Bible, but this Adriatic Sea is written in the Bible. Aegean Sea is not written in the Bible, but you probably have heard that word a lot of times because Patmos is here in this area. Patmos is here. So that is why that name is important. These are the part of the major big oceans. Now we will come to two other important, very important seas. These are basically lakes. Sometimes it is called a sea also. Okay, one is a Sea of Galilee. It's not salt water, it's clean water. Okay, or here the salt sea is very salty, that saturation of the salt is very high, that if we lie down there we will not go down, as you know. Okay, I think I have explained those things and showed you some pictures in the class. So this is just to locate the Dead Sea. Okay, we know how we start and all, we have already explained. So this is the Dead Sea, and this is the Sea of Galilee, or the Sea of Tiberias, or the Lake Gennesaret, or Kinneret. All these names are given to the Sea of Galilee. Okay, so these are the major seas in the Bible, and probably it will be good to learn about these two also. This is a Black Sea, although it is not mentioned in the Bible. It is very much related to the Bible lands. So here is the Black Sea. So when you read about the history, especially intertestamental history or other histories and wars and things like that, you might read a lot about Black Sea. And here is the Caspian Sea. Okay, this is the Caspian Sea. So although they are not mentioned in the Bible, they are very important. This because this is where the Mount Ararat is. So they are on the both sides. These are the important seas. Remember, Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Sea of Galilee, and the Dead Sea. These are the major 4 seas in the Bible. Okay, now let's go to the rivers in the Bible. Here is the list of the rivers. We'll just go through it first, and then we will go and see the locations. These 4 rivers are the branches of the one river started from the Garden of Eden. We do not know the location of the Garden of Eden, especially after Noah's flood. All the locations are gone. But we still have 2 rivers with the same names. One is Hiddekel, and right now it is called Tigris. And this is where Daniel received his vision of the glory of God in Daniel chapter 10. And the other one is Euphrates, or Frat. We read a lot of things about Euphrates. You can read it later, because I just want to show you the location only. Okay, and then another one is Nile. Nile is there. So let's go back and see location of these 3 rivers: Hiddekel, or Tigris, Euphrates, and Nile. In this map you can see all these 3 rivers. They are big rivers. This is the Mediterranean Sea that we have seen earlier. This is the Persian Gulf we have seen earlier. And this is the Red Sea we have seen earlier. Okay, here Euphrates is the one flowing lower level here, and Tigris is on the northern side. So the fertile land that was created by these 2 rivers over here is called Mesopotamia, from Potamus river in Greek, and the land between the rivers that became very fertile, and this is where the civilization started. Especially Babylon is in the bank of this Euphrates river. Babylonia is the whole area, and Sumer is this area from where the Sumerian civilization started. And all these important areas are here that we will come back later. And from here on the other side you see the Nile. In the African side, in Egypt, we have a Nile, flowing from far down south and flowing into the Mediterranean Sea. So these are the 3 important rivers. Number 1 is Tigris, Euphrates, and Nile. Always remember, Tigris and Euphrates are here, and Nile is over here in Egypt. Okay. After Nile, in our list is Arnon. Here is a spelling mistake there. Probably have to correct it. And then Jabok, and then Kana, Kishon, and Ahava, and Kebar, Abana, and Farfar, and Jordan. Okay. So in order to understand the rest of this, maybe we'll have to look at Jordan first. Then we will come back one by one. Okay, let's see Jordan first. The river Jordan flows through the land of Israel like a spine. It starts from Mount Hermon here and comes down to Lake Hule, or waters of Merom. Okay, that's mentioned in the Bible. And Mount Hermon is over here. Lebanon mountains are here. And on this side, this area is known as anti-Lebanon mountains. Lebanon mountains here. And here is anti-Lebanon mountains. This is the southernmost part of that big mountain, which is Mount Hermon. And it's always covered with ice. And that's why even during summer season, when the ice melts, there is water in River Jordan. So this start from here and come to Lake Hule or waters of Merom, and from there it comes to Galilee, and from Galilee it runs down to the Dead Sea, and there is no outlet from here. There are two parts to Jordan River. This is called Upper Jordan and this is called Lower Jordan. So I explained a lot of things, how it got its name and so many things in the class, and also it will be in the notes. So I'm not going to explain those things. We have to learn this location in order to understand all the brooks and everything. Okay, this is the River Jordan. Now we will look at the other ones. Arnon is the one name that we read. Arnon is a brook that joins the Salt Sea from the eastern side. Okay, Arnon over here. Always remember, Arnon is almost in the middle part of the Salt Sea on the right side. So this Arnon brook or river divides the land of Moab from the land of Israel. Israel captured up to here, and they divided the land up to here. So this was the border here. On this side, on the eastern side, they had captured this area and also this area up to here. This was the border, and right below that is the Moab. Okay, we read about a family went down from Bethlehem to Moab. They came down here to this area because the famine here in Bethlehem. That's from where Ruth was brought by Naomi back to Bethlehem, and in whose family David was born later, right? And Jesus was born later here in Bethlehem. Okay, so this is Moab area, Arnon. Never forget that. Now next one is Jabbok. Jabbok is over here. See, here is the Sea of Galilee, and you see this Jordan River, Lower Jordan River, and just below middle here we have a brook joining the Jordan River, that is called a Jabbok brook or river. Okay, and here you have two dots here. One is Mahanaim, that is where Jacob saw the angels, and then he sent for Esau, okay, that he is coming and all. And then he came here to cross this brook. That is where his name was changed to Israel. That is a place called Penuel. So Mahanaim is there, Penuel is there, and from there he came down here to Sukkot and stayed there, and from there he went to Shechem. Okay, we know those stories. So this is Jabbok, and the next one is Cana. I will show you Cana in another map. It's not the Cana of Galilee, the Cana of where the miracle happened, but here it is the brook called Cana. And another one is called Yarmouk here. Yarmouk is here. So in this side, important ones, Yarmouk and Jabbok and Arnon, and the last one is Zereth. Okay, Zereth, Arnon, and Jabbok and Yarmouk. The last one is Zereth, and in the middle you have Arnon, and just below the middle over here, okay, this is Gilead mountains. South of Gilead mountains you have a Jabbok, and above Gilead mountains, or north of Gilead mountains, or between Bashan and Gilead, you have a Yarmouk, and this is the Golan. It's the Golan Heights, and then Gilead mountains. Okay, that we will see in the mountain area. And here we have a Kishon. Kishon is a brook that is flowing from this side to Mediterranean Sea. So we have seen that these are all coming here, and this one, Kishon, is flowing from here to the Mediterranean Sea. You see the Carmel mountain range here, and it was nearby Kishon that Elijah killed the prophets of Baal, and that's very important. Okay, and here we have a Besor. Besor, don't be confused with the Beser. Beser is a place over here. That's one of the cities of refuge on this side. This is Besor. Besor brook over here, and then we will look at the values later. Here is a map that has Cana here. Jabbok is on this side, and Cana is another river that is flowing towards the west and joining with the Mediterranean Sea. Here is the Kishon joining with the Mediterranean Sea, and here is Cana.